Hi everyone, welcome to Jenny's Card Creations. Welcome to Crafty Hour. I hope you've all had a wonderful week. It's been very cold here in Melbourne. We had the coldest day here today. Though I didn't think it was actually too bad, but that's apparently what it was saying on the radio this morning. A coldest morning, so winter is well and truly on its way here in Melbourne. How are you all going? I hope you've all had a wonderful week. It's gone very, very quick here. What have I been doing? I'm feeling so much better. So some of you know I had the flu for 2 weeks. I was out of action. So I've been madly catching up on the cleaning. Funny how no one does the cleaning when you're sick. You have to do it yourself. So I was madly catching up and I now have a very clean house. So I'm very, very happy. It's so funny when you've got a clean house, it really puts you in a good mood. I don't know. It does for me anyway. I like being clean. Anyway, I will see if I can pop on. I see some of you are popping on now. So let me just hop on so I can see comments. It's frustrating how I can't see comments on here. But I notice other demos have the same issue. Okay. I think I've turned myself down. Yes, I have. Am I frozen? Here we go. Wow. There we go. Okay, here we go. Hello, Kathy. How are you going? Hi, Kim. How are you? How are we going? And Barbara, hello. Kaz, hi. How are you? Yeah. So I'm just rehashing about the cold. You didn't miss anything, everyone. Hello, Lucia. How you going? Okay, we've got a bit going on. This week we're Stampin' Up. Did you see that they have got a BOGO sale? Well, they call it a BOGO sale. I call it, I don't know. It's a BOGO anyway, apparently. Hello, Renee, and how you going? Hello, Glenda, sunny Queensland. Lucky you. Hello, Carol in England. How are you? Hello, Angela. How you all going? Hi, Anne. Oh, good, you're all hopping on. They got a BOGO sale. Did you see? I popped it up on the on my page. It's a really good one. I made the most of it, can I tell you? It does say buy a suite and they get the second half price. Now, when it says suites, you do not have to purchase a suite. It could be a bundle from a suite or embellishments from a suite. It don't have to be a suite. But if you really want to get the best bargain, I would advise buying a suite. What I did, we got the pre-order for next month's online exclusives. So as demos, we can get that. So I ordered 2 suites and I got the second suite half price. So it was a pretty good deal. So having said that, if you don't want to buy a suite, what they're going to be doing is the cheapest product is going to be half price, okay? So if you buy a bundle and you want some embellishments from a bundle, you'll get your embellishments half price because that's the cheapest product. So this is where I'm saying if you purchase a suite and then purchase another suite, it is so much cheaper. You're getting a best way of doing that. But it's up to you what you want. I mean, you know what you need in your stash. So you go by what you need and obviously what you can afford, obviously. Okay, so it is a really, really good one. So it's buy one, get one 50% off. So again, you do not have to do suites. It can be a bundle from a suite, okay, or a die from a suite, whatever you like, as long as it's from suites. And this is including Last Chance products, okay, the suites from Last Chance products. And there has been more put on the Last Chance, so hop on my shop and have a look at Last Chance products as there's been more added onto it. It could be suites from online exclusives and also from annual catalogue. So lots to choose on. In fact, I've been told it's 27 suites, I think. Did I get that right? It's a lot anyway. So it is a really, 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 really good deal. Okay, so that is this one here. I know it's backwards, but that is this one here. So have a look, okay? And again, you don't have to buy sweets as long as it's from a sweet. Does that make sense? Hello, Kim. How are you? You're up early, my friend. Okay, another thing too. The virtual album retreat is coming up. Now, that is from the 17th to the 19th of July. This is the first time for Stampin' Up. As I mentioned last week, Stampin' Up took, bought out Close to My Heart last year, and they are doing a scrapbooking retreat, which goes for 3 days. So it is a lot. It's $435. However, you will get your Stampin' Rewards with that. You'll get quite a few stamp sets. You'll get the whole kit to make from that. The whole kit gets sent to you. So you don't have to do any chopping or anything like that. It all gets sent to you. And it's 3 days solid. And then you're doing a whole year. Okay? A whole year. Okay? So that is, it's a pretty good deal. I have actually got them here on what you're going to be looking at. So when we switch over, I'll show you what they look like. But it is a very, very good deal. Now, you'll get invited. Once you sign up, you get invited to a private Facebook page. So you will be amongst other community people and getting to know other scrapbookers. And also that's where they'll be going live to do the scrapbooking retreat. Okay, now, if you sign up through me on my page, I am going to give you a little gift of my favorite embellishments. So I've got obviously my green glue here, my wet glue, my multi-purpose glue, glue dots. Hello, I use glue dots all the time, and dimensionals. So, and it comes in this bag here. This is my little gift to you as a thank you for signing up to this retreat, because I want you to have a blast and I want you to be all prepared for this retreat. So that is my gift to you. So when you do sign up through me, let me know. So then I know to send one of those out to you. Okay, let's just go back over onto this and I'll show you what you'll be making. Okay, let's see if I can get this right. Here we go. All right, so this is the first month for 4 months. So you got from January, February, March, and April. Okay, so this is what you'll be making, 2 pages of each. And then there's the rest of it. And I think I can fit in the page here. So we've got May, June, July, and August. So 2 pages of everything. And then we've got September, October, November, December. Now, if this is in autumn, if some pages are in autumn and it doesn't relate to our autumn, what they've done is they've got autumn, obviously, for their spring. For our spring, you can swap them over. And that's what they've done. So it will relate to everywhere around the world. So that is your kits here that you will be making. It is amazing. Okay. So if you want any more information, message me. Okay. So speaking of sweets, I see a few of you have popped on. Hi, we're in the rain. I'm sitting in Bristol with my daughter's hamster. That sounds pretty cute. Does the hamster cuddle up to you, Carol? And it's raining. It's summer over there. What the heck? Not good. Okay, it's been raining here too. It's been so cold. 2 weeks off. It was 2 weeks off from Card and Cuppa. I was still doing my lives, Lise. Hello, Corrine. How are you? It was so wonderful to meet you last week. It made my weekend. Thank you. Okay. Hi, Trudy. A little cold here. Well, that's great. That means we're going to get more cold here tomorrow because you're in Adelaide and we get your weather the next day. It is cold, Trudy. Apparently we had the coldest day or the coldest morning. I don't know if it was in history or I don't know, but they just said that anyway. Okay, so we are going to be using a suite, okay, because I just want to specialize or concentrate on sweets at the moment just so you can see why they are really good. Okay, so the suite we're going to be doing tonight is the Pretty Florals suite. I think that's what it's called. Oh, Florals in Bloom. Beg my pardon. Now, if you can see, I'm just going to push this up a little bit. If you can see in the catalogue, it's page 40 and 41 in the catalogue. Hello, Elizabeth. How are you? Hi, Colleen. This suite's pretty cool. Okay, we're going to be concentrating more on the stamping tonight. I do have a card that the wonderful Kaz very kindly sent to me while I wasn't well. So I want to show you her card because she did it all, did this suite and it was in die. So I'm going to show you that soon. But we're going to concentrate on the stamping more so tonight. This suite's really, really good. Okay, so with this suite, I'm going to show you what it comes with. Now, bear in mind, this is the designer series paper. It all comes in. My designer series paper is all completely hacked. Okay, but I can sort of give you the gist of it, of what it looks like. Okay, I think I've still got a few more bits and pieces here. Hello, Esther. How are you? Okay, so here we go. Now, just bear in mind, mine's all hacked. Okay, so they're obviously not, some of them aren't 12 by 12. Okay, so we got, gosh, I'm going to say Strawberry Light. I can't remember that name. My goodness. What is that name? Oh, I can't remember the name. Isn't that dreadful? I've got a brain like a sieve. Let me have a look here. It's in the other one. Strawberry Slush. There you go. I was close. I said strawberry. Okay, so this is it here. All right, and then we have got this one. Okay, lots of flowers. I know some of you aren't into flowers, but this is a really, really, really good bundle. Okay, yes, I am a little bit flowered out at the moment, but I really, really enjoyed playing with this bundle. I had to get it because the dies and the stamps are amazing. They are 2-step stamps. Oh, here we go. And they are really, really cool. Okay, so this one here, you could fussy cut these if you don't feel like stamping them. And then on the other side, we've got, now this is my number one at the moment. I'm really into Secret Sea, and that's what this color is. So it's my go-to at the moment is using Memento Black. There we go. Again, you could fussy cut these. These are really, really great. And then you've got our cloud cover on here. And one of my favorites, I think I mentioned that to you a couple of weeks ago. This is my favorite in this, all this DSP. I love the colors in this. And then we've just got some greens on the other side. And this one here, isn't this pretty? Okay, on the other side, again, we've got the spots and dots and things like that. So this is a really, really, really good suite. I love it. Now, I'm just going to put this back in here because I don't think I'll be using a lot of this tonight. I've already cut out what I needed. Okay, so we've got our suite here. Next, you are getting 2 stamp sets and 2 dies. Now, I've just frozen here. Let me just go in here. It's going to be one of those nights, I think. There we go. Okay, so you're getting 2 stamp sets and 2 dies. This is why it's a little bit more pricey. Okay, so this is the stamp set we're going to be working on tonight, and we're going to be using every one of these. They are a 2-step stamp. They are beautiful, absolutely stunning, and very, very easy to line up, which I'll show you tonight. My goodness, Anne, did you say it was minus 4.6 in Canberra this morning? My gosh, that is cold. Yeah, well, I'm not going to complain about the cold, am I? I don't think we got down to minus 4. Gosh, it must be snowing up there the way if it was that cold. Okay, so we've got pretty florals. And with the pretty florals, we've got these amazing dies, which I used tonight. Look at these dies. Look how many you get. This is a pretty, pretty cool set. Okay, so again, all these dies will cut out all your flowers. but it also shows you some dies that you can make flowers as well. So having said that, I'm going to show you Kaz's card. It's stunning. This is Kaz's card that that Kaz very kindly sent to me, and they are the dies from that set. Aren't they stunning? I mean, this card is stunning that Kaz made, but this is really, really stunning. Isn't it pretty? So thank you, Kaz, again for sending this to me. They really brightened up my week, I tell you. This is beautiful. So I really think this is a great set. Great for dies and great for the stamps. Okay, so next we'll go into, oh my gosh, Kaz, -5 in vanilla. Whoa, you really need to move. It won't be as cold. This is the other one, Sweet Blooms. So you'll be receiving this in your suite, and that also comes with the dies. These dies are pretty stunning as well. My gosh, I've frozen again. That's what happens when I'm on an iPad. So you are getting, that says Bloom, and that says Lovely, as you can see here. Bloom and Lovely. And also it gives you cutouts for these. There's 2-step stamping here, and for this little guy here. But you got texture and everything. This is a really, really good set. So Kaz actually used these dies. Where did I put your card now, Kaz? I just put it down. Oh, there it is. So Kaz used the Lovely in this set and the die. So she had Have a Lovely Day, and that's what she's used here. Okay. So that is really, really, really good. Okay. And then finally, you will get the In Color embellishments. Okay, we're going to be using these tonight. Okay. So there's all their gorgeous, gorgeous colors, aren't they? And they're really blingy, can I tell you? You know what I'm like with my bling? I'm all there. So they are really blingy and shiny. I love them. So that is what the suite incorporates. Okay, now, if you wanted to do that deal, you do not have to buy a suite. You can purchase this and get this half price if you wanted to. It's up to you what you want to do, but I just wanted to show you this suite because it's absolutely amazing. All right, I'm just going in here again. I don't know why I'm freezing, but it's really, really annoying. Okay, so having said that, let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab out this. We're going to use all this because we're going to make a bouquet, like a floral arrangement. Okay, so I've got my little bits and pieces here. So we've got our, I don't know, I presume it's lavender. I don't know. I'm just going to put this on here. Now, when you're putting on your photopolymer and you're lining up your stamps, because we've got 2 set stamping here, don't put them on like this, okay, because they might not line up properly. Okay, so when you're putting them on, put them down and then just press them onto your blocks. Okay, especially with these ones because they won't line up properly. All right. Okay, as I found out before, normally I do what I'm doing and showing you tonight, but I did do one and I just not thinking, and I thought, why isn't this lining up properly? And I thought, oh, you silly girl, look what you did. So that is why. I wasn't thinking, I was looking at something else, wasn't thinking, and realised what I did. So bear that in mind. All right, so as you can see here, we are using lots and lots of blocks tonight. And I'm just trying to see what else I've got here. Now I've got this one, that'll have to do. All right. Okay, we're empty. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to start some stamping on these. Now I'm just grabbing out my piercing mat because it's photopolymer, so we want a nice good stamp. And the reason we do this is because there is no cushioning in these stamps like there is in red rubber, so that's why this does our cushioning for us. Okay, so I've got my, hopefully this is my scrap. Okay, so we've got lots of colours tonight, everyone. I think I've got everything but the kitchen sink here in stamp sets. Oh, ink pads, beg my pardon. So we're going to be using Gorgeous Grey, colour I haven't used in such a long time. I do have a lot of blocks. I needed them all tonight, I tell ya. Hello, Pat, how are you? Okay, so what I found with this is I found it easier doing the outline first and then doing the background on top. Usually it's the other way around for me, but not for this. All right, so I don't know. I presume this is lavender. I don't think I've got my name right. I don't know my flowers. I only know the absolute basics. So, yeah, I'm not very good at that. Okay, I need to stamp off this, so I'm just going to stamp off. And then when we're going to line this up, as you can see here, do you see now why? I'm going to push this down a little bit. Can you see now why I suggested we do the outline first? Because we can easily line this up. Can you see how that's going? So I'm just lining it up, making sure all this is lining up with those flowers. So I'm just going to line this up again. Okay. All right, and we're just going to press that down. Okay, so there is our first one. They're not going to be straight on, as in you're going to have a little bit over the side because they're not supposed to be perfect. Who has a perfect flower? We don't. No one has a perfect flower. Okay, so that's that one, which is, where's my set? I don't know what I did with it. So that is this one here. We just use those two. All right, next we're going to use these ones, which will be, which one is it? I think it's this one. No, that one and that one. There we go. All right, so when you're not sure, just put them together like so. Then you'll see that. Now, this one doesn't line up properly either. Okay, now with this one here, we're going to be using Bubble Bath and Melon Mambo. Okay, so again, Melon Mambo on our highlighter. Okay. All right, so we're just going to pop that down like so. This is great. It does 3 and it cuts out 3 at a time, which is so good, especially if you're doing a bouquet. All right, so then we're going to grab these. I'm going to tip that into my bubble bath and we're going to line this up again. Okay, now as you can see, this doesn't line up properly. All right, but it's meant to be that way. I thought, oh my gosh, what am I doing wrong? But no, it's meant to be that way. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm lining up with this section, these little bits, these little creases in here, these little corners. And that's just how I found it was the easiest way of doing it. So this little crease in here and over here, you can see that it lines up. All right. Okay, and also you will find it goes on the outside of those lines, obviously. So I just find that so much easier. Okay, I hope this is helpful. All right, I'm just going to put them out of the way. I am going to have a bit of cleaning up to do today. All right, next one. I'm going to get them out of the way. We are going to be doing, what's next? Just trying to think what's next. We might do this one here, and where's the small one? These two. So these are like, well, I call them daisies. Again, not sure about my flowers, but they look like daisies to me. So with this one here, we're going to be using Timid Tiger and Daffodil Delight. All right. So again, we're going to do the background first. All right. Actually, it doesn't really matter with this one, to be quite honest, I noticed. There's that one. And then we're going to be using, I'm just going to push this down a little bit lower so you can see. where's the other one? What did I do with it? There we go, up here. All right. And we're just going to line that up. So those little ridges in here are going to line up those little ridges in here. Okay. So let's go. I'm just going to look through the camera for this one because you're down very low now, so I can't really see properly. All right, I think I've got it. There we go. All right. So there we go. We've got that one. Isn't it pretty? Okay, I'm going to clean all these later. Okay, and I think lucky last is this one and this one. Then I think I've done all the flowers. These are the stems, which we really don't need to do. I've done all this cutting out, everyone, so don't worry about it. You're not going to be watching me cutting these out all night because we're going to be here for a while cutting them out. So don't worry about that. It's all good. All right. This is Calypso Coral, a colour I never use, so it's good to get that out. Okay, and then the other one, I'm just trying to think, it might have been Timid Tiger, but I'll stamp that off maybe. I can't remember. Isn't that dreadful? Let's just see what this does. So let's just stamp that off and see what that looks like. All right, again, we're lining this up and we're just going by those little corners in here and lining them up properly. I think I... All right, and let's just see what this looks like. I think this is the colour I was played around with today. Okay. I think I've got it. There we go. Yes. There we go. So, like I said, for this one, always use your outline first, all right? And then use your colour block stamp afterwards. It's easier to line up that way, all right? Okay, so we have used nearly all the stamp sets, I think. I have just put, I've got Garden Green, and I'm going to put them out of the way. Now, one thing I need to tell you too, with photopolymer, and especially when I'm using, I'm going to do one. I'm just going to push you up now. You don't want to, sorry if I'm making you motion sickness. Okay, so I'm going to be using this tonight. This is a scrub. So what I'm doing is I've got Stamp and Mist. I know a lot of you probably already have it. So with this one here, you have got a sun, all right? For those of you, I know there's some here that are new to Stampin' Up. You've got a sun here. That means it's drying, okay? So this is the wet area here. So I'm just going to spray this. It's not a bad smell either, can I tell you? This will condition your stamps, but also it will help, you know how we do dark colours and bright colours. It will also help with not staining as much, okay? All right, so this is the wet. Now I'm just going to dry it on this side. All right, and it also conditions your stamp, your photopolymer stamp, okay? So now I'm not going to do it to all of them. I just wanted to let you know what they do, okay? Recommend this. This comes separately and so does this one, okay? But if you go to, oh my gosh, I can't think of which, just search it in my store and they will come up, okay? This is called the Stampin' Scrub and this is the Stampin' Mist, all right? Okay, now you only use that for photopolymer. I'm just going to get these out of the way because I'm going to do that again later on when I get off live. Okay, so I have already cut out all these. So here's my little stash here. I have cut a lot, everyone. I wasn't sure what I was going to do tonight, to be quite honest, but I just cut out an awful lot here. But I've got some Granny Apple Green here of these stems from the dies, and I thought we could put some Garden Green on these because it just makes it a little bit more interesting. I think I might just use these. I'm not sure if I'll use this one. I love this one, but I'm not sure if I'll use it. But I had to play with it earlier, which you can see is this one here. I really went crazy with the garden green here. But we'll see what we look like. Well, how we're going with all this. Okay, so I'm just going to use this again. I don't need that anymore. So I'm going to grab garden green out. So this just spruces up and just makes your stems look a little bit more interesting. I'm just going to go and grab a blending brush. It can be the big one or the small one. I thought I had a big one here, but I haven't. So what I'm going to do, and look, I just put my fingers in that. That's really good. I'm just going to grab because knowing me, I'll probably get garden green over everything if I don't wash that off. I'm such a messy crafter. I'm going to put that aside here just in case I might need it again. All right. So with this one here, I like to, for those of you who join me in Cut and Cup, you know this is what I like to do. It just makes a bit of interest. All right, and you can just change the colors. You can go darker, you can go lighter, and not have the same color all the time. So it just makes it more interesting for me. All right, so this is just something I like to do. Okay, you have your cold weather here. Oh, is it cold in Queensland? I thought it was like, my brother's up there at the moment. He was saying, well, my sister-in-law actually, and they were saying it was 25 or 26. That was on the Gold Coast. Can you see how we've got lots of different colours in that? So it just makes it a little bit more interesting instead of having the same colour. Again, not everyone is into this sort of thing. It's just something I like to do, and I just think it's a great technique as well. All right, I'm just going to do a few more of these because, again, I'm not sure how many I will need. And I'm making sure I don't do them all the same. Okay, I have no idea if I'm going to be using this. And I don't know if I'll be using this, but anyway, we'll do it anyway. All right. You're not going to see the bottom bit of that anyway. I will be using this. I'm basically using these, I think, just to cover up some holes, because we always get holes, don't we, when we do some arrangements. Okay, so I think we're all good there. Let's put these flowers together. Who has got this set? I know a couple of you have. I know Kaz has. Sending me that gorgeous card. Hey, Justina, how are you? Oh, 20. Hello, Lee, wherever you are. I just saw hello 20 there. Hi, Lee. Okay, so I've got all these little bits and pieces here. I'm not using them all, so don't stress. But as you can see, I just wanted to cut them out and just to make sure that I had enough. I know I've got too many. Now, this is the stamp of the stems. Now, can you see these little bits here? They've made it so easy for us to attach our flowers onto here. So these are the set of 3. So let me just grab out these that we, well, obviously I cut these before, but these are what we did earlier. Only I've cut them out. So we're just getting a big one. I'm just trying to find the little one. There we go. Okay, so what they're doing is, I'm just going to put them on a glue dot because it's just going to be a lot quicker than gluing them down. I'm going to find my glue dots. Here we go, hiding. Okay. So what we're going to do is just put a glue dot on these little white bits and we're just going to place them down. I mean, you could do glue if you like. I just want to do a glue dot because it gives them a little bit of height if you roll them up into a ball, but not as high as a dimensional. But they're just quick. You don't have to worry about it drying. All right, so I'm just sticking these on. All right, and then there's the next one. There we go. That's so quick. Isn't it pretty? Love it. All right, let's do the next one. All right, I really like these flowers. They're pretty. All right, I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to do a glue dot. Go into a ball. Okay, and the big one goes on top. All right, it's just going to sit like that. And it doesn't really matter with the other side, but I just prefer having the smaller one on this side. It doesn't really matter to me. I've done it on either side, but I just think it looks better on that side. And then we just got this one going on here. There we go. There we go. Aren't they pretty? Cute. All right. So what else have I got? I have got these guys here. So they are going to be holding up these. And also, have I got 2 of these? Have I got more of these? Did I cut out more of these? Please tell me I did. I did. There we go. And these are going to do these ones. So again, they have done exactly the same. They've popped a little piece there that you can actually stick these down, and that's just going to stick down like so. Again, I'm going to do a glue dot. I'll be still waiting for the glue to stick. All right, there we go. And I've got this one here. Now this one was in Strawberry Slush. Gosh, I remember the name now. Strawberry Slush. I did outline Strawberry Slush and then I stamped it off and did second generation Strawberry Slush. Okay. I just thought you didn't need to see a second colour because it's the same process. All right. All right, and once we've done that, we will start putting our card together. All right, and then this one here. I don't know if I'll need 2 of these, but we'll see. Whoop. Oh, I've got glue dots sticking onto me now. All right, and then we can just place that down like so. So I'm just putting this middle bit onto that little ledgy thing that Stampin' Up! Eucalyptus, okay? And I'll do the same for this one here. I've got a little bit of a glue dot. I don't know where it came from, but it was sticking onto me, so that can go on here. There we go. So there is our little flowers. Okay? They're cute, aren't they? All right, I'm just going to wrap this up because I don't think I need any more. Okay. All right, so let's get them out of the way. And I'm just going to put them over here. Let's start making a card up. I did a little bit of cutting earlier, and I have used these rectangles. Now, these rectangles are from, they're called Textured Note dies. Okay, and I think these are on the online exclusives. I like these because they took away our rectangles, I don't know, about 2 years ago. I think, was it 2 years ago? And I've missed them. The reason I don't use a glass mat, yes, I do, but when I do a live, I don't do a glass mat simply because I've got lights all over, like spotlights, and they shine onto the glass mat. When I craft on my own, I use the glass mat all the time. So that's the reason why I don't use the glass mat when I'm on a live. So these are really, really great. Now, I have used the second largest one, which is this one here, this one. And then I put these two together to make a frame. Okay, and I just put them together like so. Okay, so that gave me this one, which I'll use at another time, but it gave me this, and this is what I was after. Okay, so that is going to go on top like so. Okay, so these you'll find on the online exclusives. Okay, they're a good one. Okay, just going to put these back. All right. Okay, now I'm going to spruce this up a bit because white on white, it's nice, but I'm just going to dress it up a little bit because it wouldn't be me if I didn't do that. Okay, so I'm just going to grab out my scrappy sheet again. And I'm going to use cloud cover. Now, remember I told you cloud cover they had issues with. So, and I've told people, or recommended people, get a packet of ink spots, okay? So what I did with this ink spot, I just got a refill and I just popped cloud cover ink on this, okay? I'm using it. There's no reason why I cannot use cloud cover. And it's a gorgeous color, can I tell you? I love it. So I'm just going to do a blending on here. And I'm just going to blend down the sides here just to make it a little bit more interesting. Now you can go really, really dark in a spot if you wanted to. Okay. So there we go, we've got that. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. Now, I don't really have to turn it around, but I have to. It's just me. It's just how I colour. I've got to colour the right way. Okay, now that just gives a little bit of interest to your frame. Okay, I'm just going to go a little bit darker, just in the corners here. Okay. I'm just going to go a little bit in here, a little bit. There we go. So that just makes it a little bit more interesting. Okay? Nothing wrong with white on white. It's just I wanted to up the ante a little bit. Okay? All right. I'm just going to put this out of the way. I don't think I'll need that anymore. Okay. Pop my ink spot away. Okay. Now, I could put this on dimensionals. But I'm not going to because I think that's getting a little bit fiddly and I'm thinking we've done enough tonight of fiddliness, sort of. Oh man, I'm just going to grab a new glue. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to grab my adhesive glue mat, because I've got a nice new juicy glue and it'll probably go everywhere on me if I don't do that. Okay, so just on the other side, I'm just going to do a little bit here just to test this. There we go. I'm not going to waste that though. I'm just going to do a tiny little bit. Now you could use, like I said, adhesive strips going along here to make it higher if you wanted to, but I decided to leave it a lot more simpler tonight. I think we've got enough going on with the flowers. Okay. All right, there we go. All right. There we go. That wasn't too bad. I'm going to put that out of the way. All right, now we're just going to decorate now. So I have got this here. Now this is from the Stylish Shape Dies, and it's this little guy here. These are a staple for me, as well as those rectangles and the arches. They don't leave my desk. All right, so this is going to go on here, and it's going to have my sentiment and everything on there. So having said that, let's go and do our sentiment now. So I'm going to go here, Sweet Blooms. Now, I might just do hello. I can't do this. What I have in mind, they are going to be too big. So I can't really do that. So I might just do hello. This is your card, as you know. So I might just do hello. And that way, you know, you could change it if you wanted to. You can put happy birthday, whatever you like, whoever gets it, when you receive it. Now I'm just going to go out. I'm not sure if my comments are going here. It's sort of frozen a little bit. There we go. I thought my comments were freezing. There we go. You've all been chatting to me and I couldn't see it. Okay. I love this sweet. Elizabeth, you've got this sweet. It's really good, isn't it? Really, really good. Again, I'm sort of a bit flowered out, but I just couldn't resist this one. And there's a new one coming in the online exclusives that is pretty amazing. And I have ordered that one too. So even though I'm flowered out, I really love these sweets. Cloud Car's nothing like the colour I thought. I was thinking it was great. It sort of is. Let me just grab you. Oh, hang on, I've got it here. This is Cloud Cover. Okay, but I'm using an ink spot. So, and I've gone a lot darker. So that's the cardstock, and that is the ink, refillable ink. Okay, so it is slightly different, but can you see how it just works? Okay, I love it. It's one of my faves, but at the moment I'm obsessed with secrecy. Everything is secrecy at the moment. Speaking of which, we're going to be doing a sentiment in secrecy. So I'm just going to do hello on here. And just do that in the middle. Okay, I'm just going to put that out of the way. All right, now let's put this back. So we're going to start some arranging. Now, like I said, I'm just going to be playing around here. All right, so imagining something like that. And it depends on how high up we go as well with this one here. Okay, now I'm just playing around, seeing what looks nice. Man, I think I might get this go. This is not looking too bad. Might be getting it go first up. Usually I fiddle. I'm trying to get the dithery gen not happening tonight, as in, because I could be here all night. And I'm not going to do that to you guys. All right, we've got that going. Now, I have also got these two here. I thought it would be nice to have a different colour. I don't think these are, what are these called? Does anyone know what they're called? I know you're on here, Mum. You probably know what the colours these are. I think we need a little bit of red in here. So I'll do another one of them. I feel like we need a bit more of that colour. Maybe that can go. No, that's too close to that. Maybe if I put that on that side. I'm trying to make sure Dithery Jen doesn't come out tonight. What do you think of that? Like I said, I probably could improve this if I took the time. I know I've got a corner in here, but we can fill that up with one of these. I'm actually okay with this. What do you think? Do you like that? I'm going to go back out and go back in again. So I think you're talking to me again and I can't see. Oh, hello, Ruth. How are you? Hi, Danny. You should say paper by using that frame as your second layer on top. Of the carpet and usually third. Yeah, I could, but I actually need that frame for something else I'm doing later. In a card I'm doing, so I'm actually not going to be wasting it anyway. I must admit it was one sweet pastime, but I'm not a flower person. This will grow on me. I know. I thought of you today, Trudy, and I actually commented it to someone. I said, oh, Trudy's going to be really happy with me tonight. We're doing flowers. Oh, I love stirring you. It's called a hollyhocks. Oh, there you go. It looks like stocks, Mum said. Okay. There you go. I think I'll go with this. Otherwise, you're going to be here all night with me dithering. So take a snapshot, someone, because I'm going to move this off and hopefully I get this the way I remember. Okay, let's put dimensionals on this. I'm going to do 2 at the moment because I'm thinking, or because I did put things down underneath, so we'll see. All right, let's just do, I think I had it there, I think. All right, now this was the first thing I put on, was this. That I do remember, so I'll do that on a dimensional. Why not? And I just won't stick it down properly. I'll just sit it in case I have to move it. Oh, that's gone up too high. I don't know why I called it lavender, just because it's probably the same shape. But I know it's not a lavender. Okay. This one's easy because I know it sits, that one sits in here like that. All right, now I'm just going to sit that there. I haven't stuck that down. Now, what did I do next? I think I did this one. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to set it up again, and then I'm just going to place dimensionals on top of it. I think that's what I might do. I just think it might be easier that way. Dimensionals or sticking it down, whatever. All right, I'm just going to place that in here. And I think I had one over here. And then I had one down here, didn't I? I've got to chop that off. I think I prefer having that under. I like that daisy. And that went up there. That's right, because I had a hole here, didn't I? All right, what do you think of that? I think we're all good to go. Get out of the way, you. Dimensional backing here. It's been very stubborn. Okay, I've got a hole here, so what I might do is stick a flower down there. Okay, I think I'm okay with this. So let's put a dimensional on this. I'm not moving anything. Not game. Let's put a dimensional on that one. And I might do a dimensional on this one. All right, okay. So I'll stick those down. I'm happy where they are. And then this one, will I do a dimensional on you? Just debating. I know I'll do a dimensional on this one, and then I think I'll have the pink ones in the background, so they'll be glued. I think that's a bit too... Oh, there we go. Now it's gone down. There we go. I'm going to put a dimensional on it. There, it's better. Okay, and then we just got these hollyhocks, if that's what you're saying they are, or stocks, or whatever they are. I'm just going to do a glue dot in case I move them, because I can. With if I glue them down and they're not in the right spot, it just wrecks the whole look, doesn't it? So I'm just going to put a glue dot under that, and then I might have to chop that. Hacky Jen comes out again. All right, and then we'll just put that up there. That's too high. All right. Let's just sit that up again. Might sit under the... No, it's not going to. All right, we're just going to have to cut a little bit more off. That's better. Okay, glue dot. Here we go. All right. Now we've got a hole here and a hole up here. I'm onto it. All right, so I have got more flowers here. So I'm thinking we could put a flower down here. Is that too big? I think that might be too big. Is that size? Yeah, it is that size. There we go. Is that the one? I think I've got a middle-sized one somewhere. I know, it is this one. Yeah, and that fills up the hole. All right, I'm okay with that, so I'm going to do... Oh, I forgot I have a new glue. Damn it. I'm just going to place that on here, and I'll use that for something else. All right, I'm just going to place that in here. That fills up that hole. Okay, now remember I did these. I don't think I'll be using these. Much as I love it, I'll use it for another project. All right, so we've got holes here. So we've got this one up here. So we might need to fill that up. Let's just chop that down a little bit. Let's see what this does. I think that works. So glue dot that. Actually, no, you know what? I'm going to use up some of this glue. I'm going to use it up. There we go. I'm going to place that in here. I like things sitting up. All right. I've got one down here. I don't like holes. And we should put another one over here just to even it up a little bit, I think. All right, let's just pick up that. And we'll just place that in here. No, I hacked off too much of that. That's better. All right, and then all right, I've got a little bit of this here. I'm not wasting it, so we could put that down here, in here like that, and that sort of evens it up a little bit. All right, otherwise I could just go crazy with this. Having said that, I have got one here. Let's see what this looks like. It might be too much. Okay, come on, Addie, you can hop out. Oh, I actually don't mind that. All right, I've got it here, I might as well use it. All right, dip that into my glue. And we'll just place that down there like that. There we go. All right, that's what we've got so far. Okay, I'm just going to back out, go back in. Gosh, it keeps going back to my live from Tuesday night for Card and Cuppa. It has filled the holes, hasn't it? Oh, Kim, I'm so glad you like this. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Danny. Thank you. Are they foxgloves? Ah, I don't know. There we go. I might have to Google them. Usually I do Google when I'm unsure of things. Like I bought the stamp set with a leopard the other day, and I had to Google a leopard to see what colourings they use, besides orange, obviously. All right, now I'm just going to cut this off because that looks a bit weird, doesn't it? Sticking out like that. Okay. All right, let's get this. I know I've got holes here. It's all good. I'm going to do something about it. I cut this out. And I thought maybe this would look pretty on here, and that really brings out that colour. And then we've got basic white. Now, I could use a lot of these colours there, but I just didn't think, oh, that doesn't look right, does it? Did I take out the wrong sheet? Let me just grab my trimmer. I didn't cut that very well, did I? Oh, look at that. I did 10.5 instead of 10. Silly me. Just make sure I've got that right. 14.4. Yes. All right. Might use that on the inside maybe. All right, so we're just going to put that on here. Again, this is Secret Sea and Cloud Cover. And we're just going to place it on there like that. And I just think that really makes it pop. And I thought we could just place it on here like so. So I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to glue this down. It's really hard to cover up all that beautiful flowers there that I could cut out, but not this time. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to put dimensionals on this. Okay, I've got them out, so why not? Okay. Oh, good. What I had in my head, it looks like it's starting to work. All right, so we're just going to place that like so. Who's going away for the long weekend? I don't think we are. I think Jeff has to go to Warrigal on the weekend. We're doing state youth games down there, gig down there. So I think he's going to go down there and do a sign off and check out the crew, our crew down there. So, okay, so we got that going. We need to fix this up, don't we? I did a bow. I have got Strawberry Slush ribbon here. Now this is from... Strawberry Slush is obviously the in colour. What I did was cut this in half, okay, and I did a nice little dainty bow. I just felt like this was going to be too big because we've sort of got dainty flowers here and I wanted to keep the daintiness. And I did a bow because I get nervous doing bows in front of you all and you could be here for ages for me fixing it up. So I decided to do a bow beforehand before I hopped on. That's why I was a little bit late today because I was making a bow. All right, I'm just going to put a glue dot on that. And we're just going to place that down there like so. Now that, oh, I did it around the wrong way. All right, there we go. Come on, stick. There we go. That really brings it out a little bit, doesn't it? All right, let's see what it looks like now. I'm just going to put a little triangle. There we go. Okay, well, that still looks too long, doesn't it? That's better. Okay, I feel like we're losing something here. I've got some of these left. Maybe I could. We need something small. I know I haven't used these guys yet. I haven't used this yet. Might use that for the inside of the card. All right, let's just get a big one. Make it look like petals, their flowers are falling down. Something like that. I've got a small one of these. Ah, there we go. There's a smaller one. Oh, it is that one. I think I've got the wrong size here. Come on, out you come. Oh, I'm just going to tip them out. They're just too hard to pick up. There we go. That's too big. There we go. That fills that hole here. I think that looks okay. All right. So let's do glue dots. I've got them in front of me. Might as well just do glue dots. And oh, I did the wrong one. Did I do that? Oh, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. All right, and then I glued on here. There we go. And that just breaks up that hole. Okay. Oh, you know what I was going to do? I was going to have it angled. No, I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to keep it like that. Okay. Let's do the inside of the card. I think we're done here. We just need some embellishments, which we'll use. Now, before I showed you, I have got cloud cover on here. So this is 14.2 by 14.6. And that's just going to go on there like so. I do this every now and then. I like doing a layer, and that just gives you a bit of a peep. Okay, so this is our normal size, which is 14.4 by 10, and I've just only gone up 2 mil. Okay, all right. I've got this, which is a little bit left over. Is that 10 centimeters? I hope so. Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to do, say, 1.5 centimeters. So we've got to decorate our inside of our card now. Okay, and then we're going to grab out our cloud cover again. This is what I'm thinking about. Maybe I could do something like that to bring that in and do a bit of cloud cover here. I'm just debating, is that going to be too, I think it might be a bit too thick. Let's just take it down to 1 centimeter. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better. Okay, let's grab our blending brush and see how much I've got left of this. All right, let's get our cloud cover out again. It's sort of like a bluey grey, Lisa, cloud cover. So it's not completely grey. It's a really, really pretty colour. All right, I'm just going to go across there like that, and then that will go in there like that. However, I haven't done my little bit of splattering yet. We need that. So there's cloud cover here in my Stampin' Up markers. So we're just going to do a little bit of splattering just around where I'm putting the flower. Okay, let's put this on. And I'm just going to place that in here first. There we go. Whoop, come on. And come on, you can hop over it. There we go. There we go. That just really brings out with that splattering. I might do a little bit more splattering. That's better. Okay, so let's glue these down. I'm just going to glue them. No, if I wasn't doing the inside of our card, they would not be glued down. That's pretty, isn't it? I like that. And that can just go on here like that. All right, so that just gives you a tiny little border. I just think that makes it. And we're just going to place that on here like so. Okay. At least we got to use these, hey? I've got lots of flowers left over, so I can make another one easily. Okay, let's get out our bling from the suite. And I'll probably do strawberry slush, I think. I usually ask you, don't I? I didn't this time. All right, I'm just going to get a big one. They're quite big. And you know what I do with big ones? I hide them under the sentiment because that way I use them. All right, I'm just going to push that up forward. I've got a dimensional there, so I'm just going to show it who's boss. There we go. I'll push that up. All right. Okay. Just trying to think. I might just do 2 small ones. One over here, and maybe one in here somewhere. I might just pop it up there. Like I said, you can change these wherever you want. Should I? Oh, this is coming undone. Should I take that off and maybe put it there? No, it goes up. It's not as triangle. Unless I just go in here. Here we go. Dithery Jen's back out. I'll just put it back there. All right, let's put some Winker Stella on here. And we're basically done. So I hope this has given you a little bit of an idea of how amazing this suite is. Okay, let me grab my Winky. Okay, so with Winky, I'm just going to go and put it just where the outlines are. I'm not going to go over the whole flower. I think that's a bit of an overkill. Much as I love bling, I think that's a bit too much. So I'm just doing it where I've done the Timid Tiger. Okay, and then I'm just going to do the outline of this. Sorry, concentrating very hard here. Making sure I get my bling in the right spot. I'm just going to hurry this up a bit. Sorry, there's a fair bit here. So just it's blingy, but it's not over the top. Didn't realise there were so many, sorry. Okay, and I'll do these to match it. All right, now I need to do the inside. Okay, I'm not going to do these. I just think we've got enough going on. All right, and then I'm just going to do here, just where, again, where I've done the outline. Okay, lucky last. There we go. All right, I don't know if you can see that, but there's the bling. I don't know if you can see it. But we're blinging without having an overkill. There we go, guys. What do you think? I hope that's given you a little bit of an idea on something, you know, on some flowers, on a layout, on what you can do with all this. I've used all the flowers in that stamp set. We've used every single one here, so well and truly made the use of it. Okay, I'm just going to go back in. This is so annoying, this iPad, how I have to keep doing this. So, oh, there we go. I can see you all now. Let me just switch you back over. All right. There we go. Oh, my goodness. You wasn't going to go and get this sweet, but oh, sorry, Kim. You are going to love this. Hey, get the sweet, you'll get something half price. So it's a good time to do it for the month of June. So I hope you really enjoy this. Obviously, this is going to be spun off. I've got people coming for lunch tomorrow, so I'm not sure when I'll be spinning the wheel, but this will be going to one of you who commented or shared, which is thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Sandra. Thank you. And Jackie, thank you. Ah, Jackie, it's gorgeous. You're going to love it. You really are going to love this. This is a fantastic suite. And again, like I said, the dies are insane. So you can either stamp and get amazing colors with the 2 steps, or you could do dies, which we're going to be doing this in Cut and Cupper, everyone. We're going to be doing the dies. We're going to be doing some blending on those die cuts just to jazz them up a little bit. But so much you can do. It's a really, really, really good set. Okay, guys, that's it from me. Don't forget, as I was saying today, it is half price when you purchase anything from a suite. It can be a suite, and you can purchase a suite and get this whole suite half price, or you can purchase anything from a suite. But what it is going to be is the second one will be half price, which will be the cheapest item. Okay, so just be aware of that in mind. Okay, they will take off the cheapest item half price. Okay, if you have any issues, just ring me, let me know. And I can go through that with you. Thank you, everyone, so much for sticking with me tonight. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful long weekend, everyone. And I will see you maybe tomorrow or next Thursday. Bye.